Hey, it's Todd Ault, and this is February 22nd. It's the 15th show of what may be the greatest show ever about risk. That's a forward-looking statement. Today, Elon Musk is a market timer. He decided to call out Bitcoin being too expensive, and we got a flash crash. That's the headline. I'm Todd Ault. This is Jason Bartholomew, my partner. We're here live in Vegas. Of course, you'll be seeing it a little delayed, about a couple hours, because you got to edit that stuff. Never know with compliance. So Elon Musk, the market timer.
Oh yeah, I saw the flash crash to 46,730.
Hey, let's bring that up on the screen, Brett. I already have Bitcoin ready to go. Let me know when it's there, my friend. Okay, great. So if as I think that you can see me tribe through here. You see Bitcoin was up over almost 58,000. I think it did hit 58,000 over the weekend. And then, wow, wall up down to 46,000 on a flash crash. Really affected some pre-market trading. I got long some full disclosure, and I want to continue to give you full disclosure. I own Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin. I mine Bitcoin. I also trade RIOT. So there's no question that I'm biased to Bitcoin. So don't go buy Bitcoin because of me. This is an entertainment show only. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Do your own research. So it gets crushed to 46,000. Rallies back all the way up to 54 and some change. And I think until this kind of nonsense stops, you're going to have that institutional scared, like that some scared money around Bitcoin. And I saw a report, a blockchain report about some institutions sold at 50,000, right? So some of the 1,000 coins or better wallets sold some down. I think this is natural. I saw the Binance guy, the CEO of Binance over the weekend, talking about this is only the beginning. He's talking up his book big time. He's all about Bitcoin. What are your thoughts on Elon?
There's like a lack of liquidity too, so that's what's causing the super hyper volatility.
Well, people are buying and don't want to sell it.
Right, exactly. They're taking it to their cold storage. I mean, they're taking it off the exchanges.
Right.
So.
The interesting thing about the Canadian ETF, the first one in North America ever to get approved, 165 million came into that ETF over the weekend, rocking and rolling. Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry I left my cell phone on. Wow.
It's okay.
Sorry about that. So you got demand, lack of liquidity. Elon Musk thinks that the doggy coin is better, I guess, or he can talk about doggy coin whenever he wants. I mean, he's like a currency analyst now too. He can send rockets to the moon. Rockets to Mars, to space. He's a brilliant guy. There's no question. He can make solar panels.
Yep.
He can make cars. He can dig holes. And now he's a trader in Bitcoin.
What's next? Is he going to buy a copper mine or a silver mine? He's
got to go right to silver, right?
I mean,
right?
I mean, I think he might.
Speaking of silver, what a rally today in silver for you, right?
Yeah, really nice.
This guy has been proven right on silver. I mean, I think every day for the ever since I've known you.
Yeah, it's been
silver,
solid.
silver.
Yeah, you can't buy it without paying like 30% premium. So
right.
You can get exposure to it though through the miners.
Should I bring that name up today that traded on silver?
Yeah, the long I have is
Let's look at it.
AG.
AG, right?
Yeah, they just had earnings. They defeated the.
Let me pull
earnings.
it up first. Don't bring it up yet.
Shout out to Keith Neumeyer.
Wow.
The awesome CEO. I told you, it's my second favorite CEO.
Besides me.
Well, you're executive chairman now.
But I'm still CEO of Ault & Company.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Right.
Okay.
I'm executive chairman of Ault Global.
Yep.
But I'm chairman and CEO of the parent company. Well, I guess not the parent, but the largest shareholder of Ault Global.
Right.
Right. And if you got that and you can just diagram that, you win a prize. What happened with the market today? I saw the NASDAQ, and I heard a lot of divergence. The tech stocks relative to some of the old guard. On Friday, we talked about General Electric. I bought 20,000 shares. We talked about that. The stock traded up to over 1260 today. A big move. And when the NASDAQ looked weak around 1260, I want to be full disclosure, I sold my 20,000 shares. I had a 5% move in one day. I would have preferred to hold on to GE, making incremental moves, but it made a big move because I think there's a little flight to quality. And over the weekend, with the Boeing 77 engine, it was a Pratt & Whitney engine, not a GE engine, which is good for GE.
Very good.
And wow, did you see that video?
But I did see it, but that was bad for your Boeing stock.
Actually, Boeing rallied. I bought it on the weakness. Yeah, okay. Boeing, they stopped making a 777, I think.
Yeah.
Or they limited the production, and it's limited. I think they think it's the Pratt & Whitney engine.
Right.
But it's a testament to how well the plane held up, because that thing blew up, basically. It was on fire.
Yeah.
The systems worked. I mean, ironically, I would feel good about the fact that that plane held up with the right engine blowing up.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see the video?
Yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
luckily these things can fly with one engine. Most people don't, everybody that's in the know knows that these things can
But
fly.
I've always wondered if you're on your way to Hawaii, okay? You're flying to Hawaii. You have that is a long way to Hawaii.
Yeah.
That plane's got to make it. And those planes are specially rated to fly to Hawaii. Could it have flown to Hawaii? If it was over the ocean, where's the turnback point? Because they were pretty far. They weren't that far from Denver.
Yeah.
Only at 10,000 square feet. But they would have possibly been on their way to Hawaii, got out halfway over the ocean, and then what do, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
That's scary times. No one ever wants to talk about that. But I don't think we've actually had planes that didn't make it to Hawaii.
I mean, that's kind of an odd flight because most places when you fly the continental U.S., there's always that safety blanket.
Right.
You can always bring it down somewhere. I mean, hell, you could bring it down on a highway if you really had to. I mean, that'd be scary. But
777 would be scary. It's a big plane.
It would be tough. But you want to talk about the market?
No, I want to talk about the market. Sorry, we diverged a little bit. Let's get to the market.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the NASDAQ. The Dow Jones was down all day. It rallied. It ended up 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
But the NASDAQ took a beating all day.
Crushed.
Yeah, it was down 2.5% today.
I don't think the 2.5% really showed how much those tech stocks weighed on the market.
Yeah.
You could feel it was really pulling the market down. And
I think wasn't Elon's Tesla was down 8 or 9%.
Right.
Last time I saw it.
Right. So some of the big names were down more than the market.
Yeah.
And you saw Buffett lighten up on Apple.
Yep.
Adobe gave some back. Not Adobe. DocuSign.
Yeah.
It was getting hit
Yep.
pretty hard. And then, but let's go through the market numbers.
Well, the NASDAQ was actually 13,533. It was down 341 points, 2.46%. So the S&P was down 3876, and the Dow was at 31,523, up 29 points. Bitcoin actually still down 2,000. Last time I checked, it was 54,000. Ethereum was 1770, and gold was up $30 an ounce today, 1808. So it did recover the 1800 mark, and silver was actually up $1.07. A dollar move on silver is a huge move. It's a 4% gain. It was $28.33. That's a huge move for silver. Copper, I've been watching. I've been integrating the copper prices in because of the electrification and the green tech infrastructure that we're going to see in the next 4 to 8 years. Copper is near an all-time high, $4.15 a pound. It was up 8 cents today. And again, oil's continuing to rise. $61.59 for a barrel of WTI light sweet crude, up $2.33 today.
So GameStop was up today.
Yeah. Deep Value doubled down on his position. He added a ton. I didn't get the exact number.
I have no idea how that's not insanity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what his average is. I need to look into that.
But remember we talk about short-term a weighing machine, long-term a voting machine. No. Short-term a voting machine, long-term a weighing machine. I don't see the weight of GameStop long-term.
Yeah, and AMC actually had a small rally into the close also.
Yeah.
So
I'm not seeing it for sure.
Yeah, so the Wall Street Bets tickers did a little bit today.
Right.
They're kind of bullish on PLTR also. I know you own some of that.
I bought it back today right at the close. Palantir for sure, right at the close. You want to go through what did you do today versus what I did today? You want to go through what you did?
Yeah, I still have my AG position. I added what did I buy? 5,000 shares of DSS at $4.11 average. They are a crypto ticker. They're actually working on getting approval for an exchange, and they also do internet security stuff, document security. So they just had closed an offering. I like the chart. I like the stock. I like the CEO. So I'm long on that one.
Into the close, I bought EBON, eBang, which is that whole ASIC chips manufacturer. I bought Palantir into the close. I bought RIOT right into the close. Although last night, when I talk about these applications with interactive brokers and Webull being able to trade at 1 in the morning Pacific time, 4 in the morning East Coast, and I bought hard down on Riot. Wow, was it hard down? And I bought that and made about $8 or $9 grand on that trade. I couldn't help myself because it traded to 67 after I think I paid in the low 60s for it, maybe close to 61 or so.
Yeah, didn't it half its losses? I think it was down like 11 or 12.
It did.
Okay.
Getting smoked a little bit in EH today. I'm long EH, the Chinese drone manufacturer. DSS, I'm getting hit a little bit in DSS. XNET, one of the Bitcoin miners out of China, I got hit in that. And then, of course, the big loss of the day, WATT, W-A-T-T. Wow. Everyone knows I have a 13D filed on Mosey. That was up today big. That was a big winner for me today. Won't talk about anything that I haven't filed the 13D on. Trying to stay within those rules. I generally had a very positive day, although I could feel the heaviness of the NASDAQ. I have been long the S triple Qs that specifically short the NASDAQ. I've been long. I've talked about that for the last 15 days on and off. And that only rallied back to kind of where I bought it at, but it was up at 98 cents, S triple Qs. All the other stuff I thought was a relatively, I don't know. I thought the day was, up on the Dow, down the NASDAQ.
Yeah, it was a weird day.
It was a weird day.
We're going to see the Fed chair speak tomorrow also, 10 a.m. Eastern time.
You said that Yellen said something about Bitcoin.
Yeah, she just said it was inefficient. It wasn't really great for monetary transactions. I don't know what she means by that.
Is that the slow? There's a fast network.
No, it's fine. Yeah, the Lightning Network's fine. Like, I don't understand. The fees are fine. Like, she's just not a fan of crypto.
Anything on the Coinbase IPO? Have you heard anything at all? Have they?
No, just direct. I didn't see the valuation was $50 billion, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. So, haven't heard much about that. There was another SPAC though, CCIV and Lucid Motors. That's Churchill Capital. That's very close.
They've
to
been
being
talking
done.
about this forever. What's taking so long?
I don't know. It should be this week.
The votes this week?
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that.
What about IVR? Earnings after the close?
Yeah, IVR actually beat.
We talked about these mortgage REITs on Friday.
Yep, IVR did beat 10 cents earnings per share. Street was looking at 7 cents. I don't know what it's doing in the after hours here.
Someone I know told me that our mortgage REIT stuff was boring.
Of course,
he specifically told me, I already like real estate. That was boring. Talk about the hot stuff. Whatever.
I know who it is.
No, actually, it wasn't. It's actually someone from New York.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know who that is.
Anyways, not terribly relevant.
Yeah, TWO was the other REIT we talked about Friday. They both produced today. I mean, TWO was up 4 or 5%.
I didn't realize those are. Oh, okay, I got it. All right, I didn't realize what that ticker was.
Yeah.
When you send it over to me, I'm like, what the hell is this thing?
They're both mortgage REITs.
Snail.
Yeah. I mean, you can't have all these small cap low.
What do you want to cover today? What do you want to cover in the market? What's risk on for you? Why am I long eBang? Can you tell everybody why I'm long eBang?
Yeah, it sold off hard today. The RSI was like 28 when we bought it. The relative strength index.
Chart. I know, but what do they do? I mean, do you actually care what a stock does?
Yeah.
See, I care what a stock does. You're all technical except for silver.
No, I mean, they make ASIC chips. So we need this company in order to get ASIC miners, in order to mine Bitcoin, in order to mine Ethereum. There's a chip shortage. So, yeah, that's what this company does.
It's the 1 day. Let's bring up the 5 day. All right, so they've given back from 12, what is that, 1320?
Yeah.
Wow, what's this?
I mean, it ran right with.
Wow.
Yeah, it ran right with.
So you got a retracement
Bitcoin.
here.
Yeah.
50% retracement. So you got me in because you like the retracement?
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
It's more than a dip buy. I mean, 25% down.
Well.
There's no reason for it. The story hasn't changed.
We on the screen, Brett? Yeah.
Yeah, there's no story change here.
Yeah, that's a big.
What are we at after hours? 863.
863. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you had me buy it at 850.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're good.
Yeah, it's good.
So is that the risk on trade of the day?
Yeah, it was tough to size in after hours. I see you had to adjust your ask price a little bit.
Well, I got a little bit at 850 and then pushed the rest up to 860. I think.
Yeah. I mean, so that's a great swing trade.
What do you think of the market? There seems to be like some sort of lull. Is it just a feeling?
No, it's Powell's speaking twice this week.
Sure.
So people are waiting to hear what he says. Concerns of inflation. Consumer confidence comes out tomorrow at 10 a.m., so we'll get a read on that.
So you want to get to Michael Burry? Where do you want to go with the show today? Because you seem a little lethargic too.
Well, I mean,
it was because pitchers and catchers reported for baseball today, and you weren't there. Jason,
true.
Are you feeling melancholy about not pitching today?
Well, I mean, not really.
I mean, you are in your 40s, right?
Yeah,
right.
So
you wouldn't be pitching anyways.
I mean, maybe
unless you were like, who's that guy who like pitched to like who's 50?
Satchel Paige.
Yeah, there you go.
Nolan Ryan was 47.
My favorite pitcher of all time, by the way.
Nolan Ryan was bringing it at 47.
No, he pitched
He
at
was throwing
47?
like 92.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Maybe we should do a prop bet. Like I'm 48. Maybe I should get back.
Are you 48?
Yeah. Maybe I should get back in shape. Listen to this. Maybe we should do this
I didn't
for the
know
show.
that, but you had Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, but who cares?
I bet your ball falls hard and to the right.
No, I could probably go and get my arm checked out to make sure everything's okay, and then maybe like come up with like well, how fast do you think I could throw right now?
I wonder if we can get Nolan
old.
Ryan on my podcast.
You think I could throw 85?
Is Nolan Ryan still alive?
No, I'm trying to make money off you.
Is
here.
Nolan Ryan still alive?
Yes, he's alive.
Nolan Ryan, I want you on my podcast. He literally played for the Angels. When Reggie was on the Angels, so many great players played for the Angels. I used to love that.
Yeah, but that was then, and this is now. So, do you think I could throw 85 still?
No.
All right, so we could probably put a bet on that.
I'll bet you cannot throw 85.
And then we could probably get a way to find out, like...
I bet you throw 85 and you break your arm and
No.
you need surgery and Andrew has to take care of you. And
Post down
wipe your
below if
ass.
you guys think I can throw 85. We can get a radar gun. We can get to the fields. We could check
Oh,
it
yeah.
out. This
So,
seems
I hope you like the show and subscribe because obviously we need that for the algo. But really, the fact is Jason, I'll bet you $1,000.
right.
What's the real bet I need to bet?
No, that's good. Like
No, I think we should. We're in Vegas. We'll give odds and everything.
This is good
right?
risk on. We need 85. So just let me give you a little bit of feedback.
85 miles.
When I was
even with that surgery,
right when I was in the minor leagues, the average fastball was 88 miles an hour. Just to give you an idea, today in the major leagues, the average fastball, we'll have to look it up on Fangraphs, but I think it's around 93.5 miles an hour. That's a major league fastball.
you think?
If it's 95 plus, it's you're actually like an unreal. You have an unreal arm. Like 95 plus is amazing. So we need to look that up, and we need to do some kind of prop bet. We're in Vegas. I could get back in shape. We can go and we can do some throwing, and then I think 85 is if I could throw 85 at 48 years old. I mean, you bet against that,
Could
right?
you go back to the major leagues?
No, I couldn't. No way.
Oh, that's right. You were a minor leaguer.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. But you got paid to throw the ball.
Right. So I think this would be fun. I mean, maybe we could get other guys, like other Vegas guys, to even bet on it. Like Vegas Dave, maybe he'd be interested to see it.
Vegas Dave was just here not too
Maybe
long
Steve
ago.
Stevens too, VIP Sports. He's an awesome handicapper. That guy's vlog's awesome. You ever check him out?
No.
He had the show Money Talks on CNBC.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah,
That's
that guy's
right.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
Hey, for full disclosure, I did buy some Boeing today. If I didn't already talk about that, I got more
Yeah.
Boeing. I'm a believer that as COVID cases come down, the economy recovers. Boeing's a play. Just like I'm a believer in GE, I just wish it wouldn't have moved so much today. And I was fearful that the market was going to have a hangover.
Mhm.
The tech market, to me, seems a little heavy. And Michael Burry's talking about Michael Burry. Burry.
Yeah.
The short guy.
yeah, Big Short.
Long water. Told Tesla to raise all he could
Mm-hmm.
because he was short.
I mean,
He's a very, very smart guy.
he nailed the housing
Little
collapse.
Asperger's, but he's really smart.
Yeah.
He knows a lot of things. He's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
Very talented. And he is what? Is he worried about inflation?
Yeah, extremely.
So what do you think led him to that fact that he should be worried? Was it the $7 trillion we've already spent, or the $1.9 trillion that Biden wants to spend, or the $3 trillion that they want to add on top of it? At what point are we awash in liquidity?
Yeah, they're like, I'll see your 1.9 and I'll raise you $3 trillion.
Right. And my daughter and my son, 15 years old, they're like, Dad, I'll be on Robinhood today and Webull trading. So there's it's Trader Nation.
Yeah.
Maybe we should change the name of the show, although I think CNBC already has that.
Yeah, they
So,
do.
yeah.
But I mean, the side hustles are now in your phone. Like Webull.
I was the person answering the phone here, by the way, going to college, no issue there.
Mm-hmm.
All of it, said to me, I want to learn how to trade on Robinhood. I want to trade for a living. Oh, boy. A little scary.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I got some cash.
Yeah.
I'm in cash a little bit. Yeah, I'm thinking a little worried. Hey, if it's going to sell off, I'll buy some, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What about you? What are you looking at to buy right now? Like besides silver, and silver
No, gold too.
and copper?
No, just gold, silver, copper. I've got I've got exposure through NAC.
So what did Burry actually say? I want to shut up and let you tell us.
I don't know. Let's
what
look at
Burry said. Let's bring it up.
Let's bring his tweet up.
Michael
Because-
Burry,
Yeah. Let's see what he says here.
very smart.
It's got
There
an
he is.
interesting name.
The Big Short.
Yeah, here he is.
Michael will bury you.
So he's worried about the U.S. government is inviting inflation with its MMT policies. Brisk debt, GDP, M2 money increases while retail sales and PMI stage V recovery. Trillions more stimulus and reopening to boost demand as employee and supply chain costs skyrocket. So, I mean, he's just worried about the debt to the GDP ratio, and he's worried.
If you have inflation, it's going to hurt the dollar, but wouldn't it help Bitcoin? By the way, I'm long Bitcoin for full disclosure.
It will, but what happens if India's thinking about banning Bitcoin altogether? Billion people, doesn't
Really
matter.
not going to happen, do you think?
It's possible. They're going to come out with their own federal reserve digital currency
That they can print more of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that everyone misses the point.
Yeah,
that
of course.
Bitcoin is decentralized. And the more you tell someone, like I remember my mom telling my sister, hey, you can't date that man. She said, oh, okay, Mom.
Yeah.
Moved away, married him, had a baby. The more you tell people that they can't do something, especially with their money, especially with the liberation of this device right here, the phone, these countries are headed for the wrong, picking the wrong thing. Like Venezuela, Argentina, Iran, second currency used besides the U.S. dollar. I just don't see Bitcoin go away. By the way, I'm long Bitcoin for full disclosure.
I mean, what do you think about...
You know what I feel like? You know, ever seen that movie Private Parts with what's his name? Howard Stern?
Yeah.
Hey, he used to have to say WNBC, WNBC, and he had to say it like all the time. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. It's weather 72 degrees outside WNBC, and then full disclosure, I'm long Bitcoin.
Well, you have to be transparent.
Someone told me, aren't you talking about Bitcoin? Yes. If you watch this show and you don't know that I'm long Bitcoin, well, you don't know. Come on, man.
So, yeah. So, I mean, you could have, like, what do you think about, like, you talk about these industries that try to ban stuff. What do you think about the firearms industry? They're trying to
Really
clamp down on that.
You going to go there?
Well, I just looked at Ruger as a long. I'm just looking at the, some of their earnings were smoking. And,
We're on fire.
yeah. So I just thought about that. Like, he's trying to hold firearms companies accountable if someone uses one of their firearms to commit a crime. Like, how would that play out? Would you hold GM accountable if someone were driving drunk?
Let me take it to an extreme. When I was a kid, oh, look at this. Some jackass, I'm sorry, nice person, is calling me on my phone, caller ID. They called me the other day and got a hold of me on my other phone, but it connects to this phone. And so they call every time during the middle of my show. They found out when my show runs, and they just keep calling and calling like I'm going to answer. But you don't think, look, see, he did it again. Look, at ring again. No caller ID. This is the kind of, I wonder if this person has a life, like what they do for a living. What do you work at Farrell's? Oh, they're out of business. I don't know what you do. Like, what do you do if you have time to call someone every day when the show is going?
A+ troll, man.
This is a great troll.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see if he does it again. Just, Now, if I go turn my other phone off, it's not connected here, then it doesn't go through. That's troll of the day. Every day I'll come up with a new troll of the day. We'll see how many more times he calls. I don't know. Hold on a second. Hold on. How many times did he call today? Let me look here.
He'll keep calling.
Look, he did it again.
Yeah, now you've got him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did it again. Where were we?
What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about firearm industry and this administration.
POWW.
Yeah, POW.
Oh, I'm going to give the story real quickly. So when I was a kid, I lived in Fullerton Hills. I lived in HUD housing. I was a poor, I can't say that anymore. That's probably not politically correct. But there was a great Steve Martin show called The Jerk, and I was going to go into that movie. But I was poor. I grew up in HUD housing. I didn't know I was poor till I went to school there.
Be careful. Don't get canceled.
Oh, cancel. I was poor.
Yeah.
But I had water balloons. And so I would take water balloons and fill them up with water and go to the side of Fullerton Hills, and the cars would go down Gilbert, and I'd throw the water balloons at the cars, right? Do you think that Biden wants to hold the water balloon manufacturers liable for what I do with a water balloon? Because those water balloons could hit the car and make them crash, and someone could die. And that's a serious thing. And should the water balloon manufacturers put a warning label on the fact that throwing water balloons at cars could cause problems? Now, what's the difference?
Yeah.
If I have a shotgun and I want to go shoot pheasant or duck, and then I decide to shoot a human being, I decided to shoot the human being, not the gun manufacturer This is why we continue to whittle away as not being the greatest country in the world. It's deteriorating. People are figuring this out. Other countries are doing a better job than we are in some areas. We're a tribal fighting each other, and we're going to try to make a gun company. Like let's let American companies do really well. Look, he's calling again. Still calling. Look at, he's got plenty of time on his hands.
No disrespect to you, Dick Cheney. I know it was an accident.
No. What I'm saying is that we want to build up an industry that's been around for 200, 300, 400 years in this country and before we were a country.
Yeah.
And then we want to do things to them. We want to make someone responsible instead of making humans responsible. What happens? You know, if I drive the car at 100 miles an hour and run into somebody, I'm responsible, not the car manufacturer.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, where this country was founded on, capitalism, and firearms were a big reason why we got our freedom. So I don't understand, like, the Second Amendment's in the Constitution. It's a God-given right. I won't get into all that. But yeah, he's trying to basically enact some kind of control, without amending the Constitution. Via executive order, which he signed over 50 executive orders since he took office. That's tenfold President Obama.
Only difference between you and me is I happen to like Joe Biden. Just for the record, President Biden,
yeah.
I'm a fan. You've been around a long time.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Well, since he became president, 100,000 people have died of COVID, but the media won't tell you that.
That was Donald Trump's fault.
Well, yeah.
Let's not go into that.
Yeah.
What do we got on the agenda? What else?
Well, now you got me kind of fired up about
I got
all
you
this
fired up
government
about politics,
control.
right?
Let's talk about freedom, man. Let's talk about freedom.
Oh God, this is a show about
this
risk.
Is okay, right here.
Is our freedom at risk right now?
This is actually more freedom leads to less risk, in my opinion. New Jersey legalizes marijuana.
New Jersey actually did it?
Yeah.
Like recreational?
Yeah.
Wow. So people in New Jersey can finally smoke marijuana.
Yes. It's legal in New Jersey. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when is that? When they actually get to go get it?
I'm not sure, but it's legal. The governor signed the bill, so we're all
nice.
Set. Maybe when I move to New Jersey.
I happen to have a marijuana expert on my staff.
Yeah, I heard you did.
Yeah, she's really talented.
I heard she has quite the collection of interesting things too. Like,
let me tell you something. I never have smoked. I rarely smoke marijuana. I just try to put myself to sleep. It helps me sleep. I have to admit, it's an analgesic. It's really great to sleep. But one day she said, "Hey, why don't you try to smoke out of this?
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of big glass bong with ice cubes in it, special these things." And I had one hit. I thought I was going to die. Like, I literally
wow.
was so high because she pulled the little thing, it's in the marijuana's in the little container, and you pull it out.
You clear it,
and when you clear it out, all the stuff goes into you. It's the biggest hit ever. That thing is one hit. This big, huge dude, I could barely function.
One hit quit, like Mike Tyson in his prime. That was you. You were out.
I was toast.
Yep.
And I was in a jacuzzi to boot.
Wow.
And it was like, oh my God. And her friend was in the jacuzzi, my wife was in the jacuzzi, and we all just kind of stared at each other. And I felt like it was silent, like everything was quiet. And there was long stares for a long time, like hours, but it was like 2.5 minutes.
Let me ask you something. Did you get the munchies, or you're just...
No, I got I'm high as a kite and I'll kill you. Don't do that to me again.
So if you drowned in that jacuzzi, would you have sued that jacuzzi company, or?
If I started drowning in the jacuzzi, imagine my wife and Skyla and Madison pulling me out of. I don't think it would work. How do you take a whale out of a jacuzzi? Sorry, Josh.
You'd probably
take that big overweight guy out of a jacuzzi?
Honestly, you probably take the water out. Just move your.
You just drain the water right away.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it.
I work quicker. Just hold my head up above the water is all you really do, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
So, anyway, I love all your self-deprecating humor.
No, it's just true.
Well, it's fun though.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh my God! Talk about lifestyle and risk-on stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Oh, by the way, I went to New York and we topped off the hotel, the Lafayette. We're gonna have some video on that. That was incredible. I had a great time. Thank you, Josh Caspy, Caspy Development, Morgan Caspy for your hospitality, Steve Caspy, the people at oh God, I can't forget the construction. Acom Tishman, the president was there. It was wonderful. I had a great time. It was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It snowed there in New York. It was great.
Yeah.
We were at our apartment. It was so great. We have an apartment on 5th and 12th. What a great time. It was really fun.
You should have went ice skating.
We had great food too.
Oh yeah.
But before we got on the plane, Skyla and her boyfriend say, we're going to go get to this place like in Compton. Like, we drove to Compton. I mean, literally like downtown Compton. Here's this big fat white dude in a Mercedes. But that's okay. It was nice. Everyone was polite and really nice and everything. I don't know why he was worried about it. But it was downtown Compton. I don't think, they appreciate the... I don't know. I don't know what I think. It just was, whatever. I think it was like right where Reginald Denny got his ass kicked. So, anyways, but the restaurant was great. We went to this. What was the name of the place? You can't pronounce it? It was like a, what is it called? Ramen place, right?
Oh.
And they put this, ramen there, and you get some paste, and you get some miso spicy paste and some garlic paste, and you get the ramen going, and you eat all the broth. And we did this like 25 minutes or an hour before we had to get on the plane and get on the plane on Delta and fly all the way to New York. So you have your mask on, and that you don't realize this stuff gives you the burps.
Oh.
So your mask is covering your nose, you burp, and you smell this like ramen. The whole flight, you can smell the ramen. It's kind of in your belly.
Dude,
but it was so good. I'll get you the name tomorrow. And then last night, we went to the same place, but in Irvine, which, by the way, wasn't as good as the place in Compton. The place in Compton was better. The food was better. And I was a little bummed that I wasn't in Compton having it. But a weekend in a row, before we got on the flight, was it both? Was it Sunday night? It was a Sunday night for both, right? Yeah. It was great. This place is incredible.
Do you think the Compton was just better food because it was more risk on? Or?
No, actually, everyone was very polite. It was that's just in my head. As a kid, you're told things by your parents that make you fearful of things that you shouldn't be as fearful of.
You mean like when I was a kid and I was in East New York in Brooklyn?
Oh, well, that's tough. That's a tough place.
Like Crown Heights and, Brownsville and Bed-Stuy.
Well,
yeah, it's pretty rough there.
Yeah. Anyways, so why was I talking about that? The moral of it is don't have that before you go into a flight.
Yeah.
You'll burp the whole way. Right? I mean, it's like nasty.
Yeah, that's horrible.
But I love ramen. It was great. Kids were there last night. Skyla, her
couldn't
boyfriend.
Leak it out at all? Like you
No, it was like but it's incredible.
Yeah.
That's kind of risk on lifestyle stuff, like a little ramen.
Yeah.
What else you got?
What did you? I wanted to tell you. Speaking of good food, I had one of those Popeyes spicy chicken sandwiches.
Oh my god,
buddy, that was
Oh my god.
Believe
the
hype.
The hype about those chicken sandwiches, you got to order the regular and the spicy. They're so incredible, amazing, right?
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people already know that.
So the key is, I was out in Hendertucky, they call it. The locals call it Hendertucky.
I didn't know that called it Hendertucky.
Yeah. And,
Henderson's got some beautiful houses.
Yeah, it's nice out there.
Yeah.
So Floyd's got his place out there. Derek Carr, John
How does he have them everywhere? Because there's one here, too, right?
Yeah,
Floyd's like not too far from me.
He's got the Bitcoin strip club, too. We should go there.
Well, you just the strippers have it tattooed, right? And you just scan it and you give them Bitcoin.
We need to do that.
Oh my God!
Do you think that'd be all right?
I think we're going. Nick, Brett, we're going to be filming at the Floyd. Hey, we should call Floyd and see if he'll do that.
We need to do that.
Yeah, that'd be actually that'd be interesting.
But anyway, the pro tip: before you go to like Costco or Smith's or wherever, Whole Foods, make sure you eat, because I find if I go to the grocery store like really hungry, I'm just scooping up everything, man. It's just horrible. So.
What's your idea of eating everything at the store? Because what I've learned after I married my wife 18 years ago is that red onion on a hamburger is amazing.
Very good.
Right? Never had that before. My mom's idea of a salad was, that round lettuce, what's it, just like regular iceberg lettuce? Yeah. So she'd punch out the middle, take out that core, shred it all up in a Tupperware bowl, put in some sliced tomatoes, and that was your salad.
That was your salad?
That was just lettuce.
Yeah.
Then I meet my wife, and she's like, this salad has red onion in it with walnuts and this special nuts and balsamic vinegar with avocado and thyme and shit from the garage.
Cranberries.
It's like, incredible. And they're incredible salads. But what's your idea when you go to the market? What do you like to get?
No, I'll start buying like a bunch of junk food. Like I've seen people just like grab
you mean like
stuff.
Sour cream and onion chips?
Yeah, like that. And
or
there's
Doritos?
These like oatmeal chocolate chunks. I wish I had a picture of them. They're like amazing.
All I can tell you is, and this is a warning to everybody, you're not supposed to put chocolate chips in oatmeal cookies. This is an argument. You can see Skyla over there laughing her ass off. I tell my wife many times. So my wife makes these oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, makes 3 without chocolate chips for me. I don't understand why. You're not supposed to you put raisins in them.
Yeah.
not chocolate chips.
Yeah.
She puts craisins in them.
That's kind of odd.
It is odd,
Yeah.
but the family loves them. Look at her; she's like, "Yep, the chocolate chip Oreo cookie, chocolate chip oatmeal cookies."
I mean, I guess you wouldn't mind it though if you hit that bong a couple more times. You just
You can't hit that bong a couple more times.
No?
Of course, Skyla can.
Yeah.
She could hit the bong, the other thing. I mean, I'm like, oh my god, she's a. Anyways, let's move.
Let's
on.
get back to like something that's
Yeah, we're diverging. Here.
worthwhile here.
I think the guy gave up on us though.
Yeah. So into tomorrow, we've got the there'll probably be, I mean, in my opinion, the market will be flat tomorrow morning until we get some clarity on what Powell wants to say. He's actually speaking tomorrow and Wednesday. So there'll be it could be a nice day for gold and silver again tomorrow. So if you want to look at a junior miner that is undervalued in my opinion, you can get AUMN, and another one that's really good is GPL. So if you wanted to swing trade those, do your own homework, but those would be good good tickers to look at for entry. I see a lot of value in these mining stocks because right now it's so hard to get physical silver without paying a large premium.
Premium, right?
Yeah, so you might as well get some exposure through the miners. Why
don't we start giving away some silver?
We can if we can get it.
Can we give away silver coins?
Yeah, 1 ounce silver
People
rounds.
confuse them for $1, right?
Yeah. Remember that video with Mark Dice?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, I bought Boeing today. I bought a name I can't tell you about. I did buy something I could tell you about. CLII, which is the Evo e-charger SPAC. I bought that at $17.35 today. Only 6,100 shares, about 100,000 worth. Relatively quiet day rest of the day.
Yeah, it was really quiet.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot going on. Maybe we can
I'm not hearing what I'm not hearing from you is what happened in poker over the weekend.
I didn't play.
What do you mean you didn't play?
I don't know. I'd lost my passion.
So you told us all you're going to play.
Yeah.
So you misled us.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You told the whole crowd that we're going to play.
Yep.
I was anticipating you telling me, "Hey, this is how it went."
I went and had a Popeyes chicken sandwich instead.
You didn't play poker.
I didn't play poker.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I've lost.
What did you do this weekend? You did complain about the video. That the quality wasn't there.
Yeah, I was looking at other videos. I was kind of just.
You were disappointed in our quality.
Yeah, I was ranting a little bit. Yeah.
Right. What else?
I was watching some YouTube stuff about silver and the COMEX and PSLV and stuff like that.
Very good interview with the CEO of Binance. I really suggest you watch that interview.
Yep.
I'll see if I can put a link below to that interview with Binance. I thought it was compelling.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
How does this? Okay, we only have a couple more minutes. Let's challenge you to think about this. By the way, I'm long Bitcoin, and for full disclosure, I own Bitcoin. For compliance purposes, I own Bitcoin, and the company I'm part of has Bitcoin, and so I'm not recommending Bitcoin, but I'm talking about Bitcoin. Okay, do your own homework. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't run your money. Don't ask me for advice. This is an entertainment show only. However, how does Bitcoin end? Like if you just brought up India and you said, well, maybe they'll ban it. This digital currency, this digital store of value, this currency used in foreign countries, only second to the U.S. dollar in Venezuela, in Iran, in Argentina. I don't see now. There's an ETF in Canada. I like to understand. There's only 21 million of them ever going to be mined and out there in the universe.
Yeah.
How's this end?
I mean, I don't think there's a way to totally end Bitcoin, but if you have China and India, China tried.
They tried to ban mining, didn't they?
Yeah,
right.
which is huge.
Which makes no sense because the miners are made in China.
Yeah, everything's.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Which wouldn't it be cool if
it's like the U.S. banning printing of money? We print money here. What do we do here? We print trillions of dollars.
Or if we
and for the record, by the way, thank you, U.S. government, for helping me with PPP money when I most needed it during COVID. Now, what I ask you to do is give PPP money to the restaurant owners, because every restaurant owner I know is getting killed. They're getting crushed. And De Blasio, or what's his name? Como opens up 25%. Guys, we're killing these restaurants. They're literally out of business, or they're open only to outdoor dining. It makes no sense. We should do PPP for the restaurant owners. All restaurants should get money. If they were in business before COVID, give them some money to help them out if they're still there.
These blue state governors could learn a lot from the red state, Mr. Governor DeSantis from Florida, who is rocking it.
What happened in Texas, though? Was that a red state governor?
Governor Abbott.
Yeah, I'm just playing devil's advocate with you, right?
Well, they've been open the whole time.
No, I know, but they're froze to death and have no water.
Well, that's a lot of the stuff that froze to death was green energy stuff, windmills,
Right.
turbines,
Right.
and stuff like
Do
that.
windmills turn really well during freezing weather?
They do after you take. What you do is you usually will take some liquid that's derived from oil, petroleum-based products.
You mean they need oil for that
Yeah,
stuff?
you would spray it on the windmills to free them up, so then they continue working.
Right.
Yeah, that's
so you
what
need
happens.
oil to run a windmill.
Yeah, you would.
Right.
You'd need to unfreeze
Right.
those.
So, so petroleum still
Same
needed.
thing with your Boeing stock. Yeah,
Right.
you would need that to de-ice your planes.
Right.
Yeah,
that
so-
that chemical you put on the planes to fly
yeah.
around there.
So I mean, all these guys that are hypocrites that are flying around on private jets to go
Wow.
get their
Hypocrites.
No, I'm referring. You know who I'm referring to? People like Al Gore. Who go and collect
don't go there.
awards.
He's on
Yeah.
the board of Apple.
Well, okay. Well, Al Gore's a hypocrite. I'm going to say it. So
Oh, wow.
there you go.
Controversial.
Yeah. Well, I think we're out of time.
Are we?
Yeah, for now.
Hey, it's September. No, it's not. What is wrong with me? No, don't cut that either, by the way.
September.
It tells you how I'm like transfixed in what I'm doing here, right? It's February 22nd,
Yeah.
right? It's the 15th show of Risk On.
Yeah, we need to do this baseball bet. I'm not letting you
What's
get
the baseball? 85 miles an hour?
85.
Right.
That's a fair number.
I will come up with a significant baseball bet. Hey, Josh, where's the merch, by the way? I know. I think you just need to order it. I don't know. I think you just need to order it, buddy. It's from somewhere.
Yeah.
We got to deliver this merch. We promise you merch. We're going to send it.
Yeah.
Little technical difficulties, but it's February 22nd. It's a 15 show Risk On. I'm Todd Ault. This is Jason Bartholomew. We'll see you tomorrow.